Eternal Dragon, I summon you forth.
Peas and carrots.
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
Dragon Ball Super has a huge problem. There's been an ongoing joke since Dragon Ball Super first aired throughout the Dragon Ball community that essentially stated, we can just wish them back with the Dragon Balls. This is essentially true throughout most of Dragon Ball. Most of the characters on the show have been brought back by the Dragon Balls at some point in the series. Oftentimes, huge swaths of people who were decimated 10 episodes earlier would be brought back by the Dragon Balls at the end of the arc. And with the addition of the afterlife represented as Otherworld, death could have easily become meaningless, but it never did. There were always limitations in place so we could care about the characters if they had met their untimely demise. You would have had to have been a truly special person to be granted your body in the afterlife, in Otherworld, so you can go ahead and train and go to one of the Kai's planets and learn new techniques. Not everybody got this honor. Obviously Goku did, but Goku is the savior of the universe, at least Universe 7. Originally, the Namekian Dragon Balls could only wish one person back at a time, but these Dragon Balls were stuck on New Planet Namek, which was inaccessible to most characters that don't have instant transmission, to say the least. The Earth Dragon Balls can wish back a huge amount of people at once, but they can't wish the same person back multiple times. Now, obviously, these Dragon Balls were modified later on to have more powerful effects, but still, from the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z, they had these limitations to make us care about the deaths of certain characters. Krillin was killed, wished back by the Dragon Balls, then killed again, and this was so much of a reality to Goku, who thought he would never see his friend again, that he transformed into the Super Saiyan of legend. Death had a cost. Hell, if you want to add Dragon Ball GT to the mix, using the Dragon Balls multiple times leads to them cracking and bringing to the world evil dragons that are bent on destroying the universe of Dragon Ball GT. Adding the Super Dragon Balls to the lore also has its complications. These Dragon Balls are massive, and it seems like only someone of deity level would be able to gather them all at once, like we've seen Champa, Zamasu, and the Grand Priest do. So gathering these huge Dragon Balls to wish people back from the dead isn't a very practical solution. Honestly, you could just gather any of the other sets of Dragon Balls and accomplish the same thing. And if we take into account the way Goku and Frieza both come back to the living world, this even has a time limit of 24 hours that can be shortened if they use up more and more of their own energy. There is a checks and balances to this stuff. Making that inside joke, just wish them back with the Dragon Balls, not entirely truthful. But what happens when you have a character that can just grant them their life back? And this character is a character that not only trains the two main characters constantly, but even more often than that, visits the planet that the majority of the cast is living on to eat new and delicious foods from a character that's been here since the beginning. Of course, you could say that Whis wouldn't just grant back anybody's life. He did it at the request of Beerus, who has stated in the past that the Universe 7 Saiyans and their teammates shouldn't rely on the gods so much. But when you have a necromancer-styled character that can just bring back anybody from the dead, it doesn't matter what Beerus would think. It doesn't matter what Whis would do. It matters what the writers of the future story would like to accomplish with these abilities. This is essentially another huge Xeno button. Scratch that, this is worse than a Xeno button. The Xeno button has huge drawbacks. If you try to bring Xeno in on fighting an opponent that you cannot defeat, let's hope that opponent's not in Universe 7 because Xeno will just end up erasing that universe. And not only that, one of the biggest takeaways from the Tournament of Power, one that's even hinted at the very end in episode 131, is the fact that we shouldn't be getting Xeno involved in anything because you get a situation like the Tournament of Power where billions upon billions of lives are on the line. So even the Xeno button is less broken than Whis at this moment. Nerfing the Dragon Balls in this way has huge ramifications on how we feel about this show going forward. Will we be going into the next arc not really caring about who lives or who dies because we know that not only do they have the Dragon Balls to rely on, but the guy that hangs out with them 24/7 eating all their food from their fridge can also bring people back without even gathering 7 magic orbs around the world or the universe. And the biggest question that really weighs heavy on my mind is, are we ever going to have an impactful death again? And right now, I don't think so. Not if Whis is in the picture. With Whis hanging around, it's kind of hard to think, why don't we just ask Whis to wish this person back to life? Oh, he did it as a special favor for Beerus, so we gotta get on Beerus' good side. Let's go ahead and get Beerus something he's never eaten before and bribe him with this treat so we can get our loved one back from the dead. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? So there's only one way to rectify this situation the Dragon Ball Super has seemingly put themselves in. The only way to get rid of this problem is to get rid of Whis. I like Whis as a character. I like him as a sensei. I like Beerus a lot. Those are the two main characters that really drew me into really having hope for what Dragon Ball Super could be. But Whis has got to go. His power is just too OP at this point, and with him gone, there may be some actual weight restored to the death of any character that meets their untimely demise in the future. Anyway guys, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this situation. Do you guys think that we should leave so we can get some way back to deaths? Or do you like Whis in the story and for him just to grant anybody's lives back that he wishes for the future of Dragon Ball Super? Let me know in the comment section below guys. Don't forget to drop me a like and subscribe for more Dragon Ball content. This is going to be Dragon Ball Black signing off.